Fantastic. Right, we're joined by Patrick Tonks from Great Bean Bags. Patrick has just finished the 10-day course in eMarketing. Patrick, tell us about what you've been doing.
Right, well the first slide is sort of the before and after shot of what I did on the course while the course was running. So the first thing I was looking at doing was trying to up the customer confidence. Did this by putting links in that went through to pages that sort of showed past customers, clients, different sort of famous bean bags that we've done for TV, etc.
Right.
Tried to jazz the website up a bit, give it a bit more of a Web 2 iPod type look. Trying to clean it up. Put a call to action in there, which initially involved order early to avoid the Christmas rush, but then we should obviously change that.
Yeah, fantastic. So this is a site that is already successful, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
yeah, it was going well before, but I mean on the back of what we've done here, it's I think a much better site now. It seems to be rocking.
So
well.
in terms of like bounce back, how people responded to the site, there's a lot of people who arrive at this site, not too many leave straight away, yeah?
I think so. I think with the work that I did while we were on the course, so the actual sort of up to date running of the website, I think what I've achieved on there has actually improved the bounce back rate. It's a lot nicer site to look at now as well.
Yeah. Well, it was good looking before, wasn't it? But I do like some of the stuff like you've done as a call to action. It's nice and clean, like you say. It's kind of Mac-y, iPod-y feel to it, so that's worked really well. What's the biggest sort of standout thing from the changes that you've made then?
To be honest, I think it's probably the organic linking. I put some new persuasive content in there, which is obviously one of the first things we covered. Made it very keyword rich, and then put some organic linking in and changed the way the linking on the left hand side works, and that's popped us up the Google rankings pretty quickly. Put that in about 2 weeks ago, and we've popped into the top 4 for our main key phrase.
So. Right. So you're in charge of at least some of your sites, so you're able to make changes. Yeah. Because De Montfort probably won't know, but a lot of the people who come on the course has not necessarily got total control over that. So some of the ones that we've done are kind of more big picture about where people are going, really. Fantastic. So give me the sort of cliched Web 2 stuff, really. What's your take on Web 2 and what it means for sort of Great Bean Bags in the future?
I'm quite a big fan of the Web 2 idea, but obviously selling purely products on our website at the moment, we're not really Web 2 enabled. We're trying to improve that by getting a MySpace account and a Facebook account.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few, as they're called, friends on those accounts, so it's going quite well. It's probably raised our profile quite a bit. There's quite a few people that none of us know as well. Right. So that's obviously a bit of marketing that we wouldn't have had before.
So around the idea of communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, mainly.
We've recently put on a customer blog, although it hasn't actually got anybody on there yet.
Right.
But that's gone active now. So,
and do you had to have purchased something first before you can take part in that, or is that totally open?
No, that's completely open, that one.
Right.
So anybody can go onto that. But that's like I say, that hasn't actually got anything on it yet. But it's something we'll probably have to put a few teasers on there first before everybody else starts writing on it.
Pragmatic filling of it yourself a little bit. Tell me about your traffic estimation, because how much of your business is currently search orientated and also PPC in particular?
I mean, pretty much, I think it's about 80%. I think we get 20% return customers, or people that have saved our URL in there.
So has the web always been that critical to you guys?
Hugely, yeah, definitely. I mean, pretty much all our business is through either search from the web or referral from people who have searched from the web and passed it on to clients, etc.
Fantastic. Your metrics on your pay-per-click were amongst the best we've ever seen on this course. So kind of take me through them and give me an essence of why you think this site is performing so well.
Take
me through the kind of the PPCs.
We get, like I said, we get 20% of our people returning who aren't using PPC, but for the other 80%, they're on there for 3.5 minutes each person. That's on average. So I take it that's how long it takes for your average person to buy a beanbag. Yeah. We've only got a bounce back rate of 8%, which you led into believe was quite good. So obviously you shouldn't have. Again, I think that probably links back to.
So what's bounce back rate then?
That's when somebody goes straight onto the front page and leaves the front page without going any deeper into the site.
Right. So that's something to be avoided. Yeah.
So we're pretty chuffed with that. We've got a sale conversion. So every person that for every 100 people that come on the site, 1.75 people buy. So we've got 1.75% conversion rate e-commerce wise.
Right through to order.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then you're spending on your pay-per-clicks 15% of the gross margin.
Yes. Yeah.
So as a guide, how expensive is the product on here?
The average product is £139.
Right.
We'll probably make about 50% profit on that, and then each person buying costs us £9.26.
Fantastic. Excellent. Got to be quite pleased with that.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of cornerstone of the business then, and,
Yeah.
and has been from the start, really.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how have you achieved that? Did you set off straight away with a website that looked so good, or?
Effectively, it looked more like this. So we didn't have the organic linking, we didn't have the keyword rich. So it was all purely on pay per click. But
Yeah.
that was our foundation. That's how we started. It was purely on Google AdWords, trying to get up there, or trying to make sure we're at the top of Google AdWords.
Fantastic. So in terms of, have you got a strategy to ease away from some PPC if you can get the organics perfectly, or are you going to do kind of both and expand?
I think we'll definitely carry on doing the PPC because, like I say, it's our bread and butter. We've got a few different plans. We've actually commissioned a third-party website where they take a commission of each sale. They take 10% of each sale.
Right, it's like a kind of an affiliate.
Yeah. But he's contracted into us, so he can only use us.
Right.
And but his plan is to try and get the top 3 positions on Google, which, if we go down here, will increase our traffic by 1,600%.
Wow.
Which would obviously be a new factor.
But it sounds like your results on having to play with your keyword-rich content might actually start to move you in that direction.
I think so.
So you could actually saturate, couldn't you, with this guy, with yourself, and with your PPC?
Well,
pretty much that first page could.
That's the ultimate goal.
Could be entirely you guys, couldn't it?
Yeah. Although we do it under different brands, we would like to get full saturation on that.
Yeah, because Google is aware that of saturation and sort of eases you out, but he doesn't know that this is an affiliate
it'll be completely different websites.
Fantastic. Tell me about kind of long tail then. This is quite an expensive beanbag, or at least potentially, isn't it?
Yeah, I think initially we didn't really know where our success was coming from. We just knew we were obviously selling a lot of beanbags, so we figured that it must just be a very popular product. But when we looked at the long tail, that kind of made sense that perhaps we were a bit further down than we thought we were, sort of heading towards the tail.
Yeah.
But then when we did the traffic estimations, we realised there was sort of 3.5 million searches for beanbags, so that kind of put us back up.
Right.
So my conclusion on that one is that we just found a real niche in the market.
It just sort of fell right straight away.
There's a lot of demand for it, but there's not that many people going to actual manufacture. I think that's, again, decline in manufacturing in England's probably quite a lot to do with that.
So that's something you can market on. I'm intrigued by this gap in markets here.
Again, I think that's just because there's not that many manufacturers that can compete on the scale that we are. I think we're definitely one of the biggest and most enabled manufacturers there are in England.
Right.
And because we're manufacturing doesn't mean we have the whole stock and we're not importing vast amounts of beanbags, which is probably part of our protection, I think, against competition.
Fantastic.
But we're looking at moving a bit further down the tail with regards to putting regional beanbags in, or
and buying some really low cost. What are you paying for your keywords at the moment?
It's between 25 and 35p.
Okay, so you're on about going down to 5 and 10p
Yeah.
and whatnot. Yeah, fantastic. So these figures would look even better, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Brilliant. How much do you want for a share of it then?
Free courses for all.
Fantastic. We're done. Brilliant. Appreciate that. Thank you.